नहमदुहु नसल्ली अला रसूलिल करीम अम्मा बाद फ़अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश्शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम. Dear student, Assalamu alaikum. Today I have prepared a lecture on the statistic subject. What is statistic? What role statistic play in the development of a country? Whose country statistic is strong and whose country statistic is weak? So you have also knowledge about statistic. Statistic is the discipline of mathematics which study the collection of data, organization of data, analyzation of data, interpretation of data. So now you are clear that statistics play a great role for the development of a country, because a country who has more data and the statistic is strong, for example America, they have technology, and with the help of this technology they collect the data from the air, from the whole world, and then on the basis of these data, they prepare the industry for the future and they plan well for the future. So now we come to the board. Already I have put the question, what is statistic? The answer is, it is the discipline of mathematics. You have also knowledge mathematics. So this statistic is the discipline of mathematics. What is the work of statistic? We study the collection, analyzation, and interpretation of data. For this purpose, a subset of population is taken due to lack of finance and time. Statistic has two major types, namely descriptive statistic and inferential statistic. So now you are clear what role statistics play in the development of a country. For example, nowadays there are different universities and there are different mathematics and statistics department. For what purpose the department have been launched? The main objective is that to collect the data from the farming community, from the technology community, from the industry, and from the air, and from the sky. On the basis of these, conduct the research. If they create a problem, so you will solve this problem for the future, because in this world there is human, and human is the ashraful makhluqat. So therefore it is necessary everything is done for the human being. The world is very huge and the population is very more and the area is more, and there are different resources in the world. Natural resources, already you have knowledge the minerals, as well as you have knowledge the production of crops, and you have also see the fish in the sea. So these all things play a great role for human survival. So for this purpose, the human being conduct research, they take the topic and they done the research. So their statistics play great role. If you collect a proper data from the field and you conduct the research, so the result of this data will be very suitable for the country development, for the world development. Nowadays you have knowledge that there is a global warming. So for global warming, data have been collected and they think what are the factors which create the problem for global warming. So first of all, the industry play a great role. They pollute the environment as well as carbon dioxide will increasing, so it damage the ozone, and then the rays directly fell on the crop as well as on human, and they create different type disease. So there, this discipline has great role. Statistic. This is statistic who observe everything and collect the data and put in the species as well as analyze the data and different model they use, and then the result come, and on the result they do the interpretation. What factors are responsible for improvement and what factors are responsible for problem creation. So there, if we see to the board, there is a two major thing. One is the population, and second is the subset. And there is a statistic. Statisticians have no financial power to use the money and collect the data, but they take some part of the population. Already you have knowledge what mean population. Aggregation of anything is called population. If you want to study the problem of the insect or pest, so you will take the sample of that area, their trees, their crops, and their everything, and you will discuss these things with the farmer, and farmer will give the data to you. So this is the aggregate, but we not study the whole population because of this time constraint and financial problem. We take a subset of the population, and then we collect data from these area. There we select some villages, and sometimes we do the experiment in laboratory in different region of the world or the country or the province, and we check the situation, what the situation is. So there your first duty is that to collect data. You will observe the thing and you collect data, and sometimes through questionnaire you collect the data from the population in the villages as well as in the city as well as in the mountain, and you collect data. Sometimes you collect the data from the environment. There are some tools, technology which are used for data collection. Whose country technology is powerful, so they collect the data very specifically, and they conduct the research and they find the result, and then they set for the future what to do and how to do and how to get the production and how to survive the human being. Nowadays you have also knowledge there are weapons which fire, and these weapons create problem of cancer as well as other things. So this is the work of statistician. Statistician will play the role. They collect the data, and after collection the data, then they analyze the data, and then they interpret it, and then they find the results, and then these results we make a form of report. And in this report, there you will see the introduction as well as you will see the review of literature, and you will see the research methodology, as well as you will see the result and discussion chapter, and summary, conclusion and recommendation chapter, and at the end you will see the reference. So sometimes we take the present data, sometimes we take the past. So there are primary data and secondary data. Primary data we collect in first hand, but secondary data we collect later on. Therefore, now I want to conclude my lecture, and you have knowledge that what is statistic. It is the discipline of mathematics which study the collection, analyzation, interpretation of data. For this purpose, a subset of population is taken due to lack of finance and time. Statistic has two major types, namely descriptive statistic and inferential statistic. Inshallah, in next class, we will discuss the descriptive statistic, what type of things are present and descriptive, and later on we will discuss the inferential statistic. What role inferential statistic play and what role descriptive statistic play. Okay, it is enough for today, but share this video to also to other students, because to know that how to develop the Pakistan. Without statistic, the development of Pakistan is impossible, because if you have good statistic, automatically what you will play a great role and you will plan very well, and when your planning is good, automatically you will solve the problem and you will benefit the society of the world, as well as you will benefit your country, and you give a chance for human being as well as to other animal in the country. Wassalam.